Am I the only one that's ever felt like they don't really have any friends? Maybe the people they thought were their friends are really just acquaintances. I'm kind of in that spot and I've got myself down a rabbit hole. So, what am I doing? Talking to my friends on YouTube. Tell me if any of you can relate to this or you even know what I'm talking about because I'm feeling kind of alone with it right now. But I was out this morning and I spent a lot of time with some friends that I'll say we have a common interest, a common hobby. And I realized I've known these people for, I'm going to say, more than a decade. And we've spent a ton of time together doing this hobby. We all love it. We share the hobby. But I realized, I got down a rabbit hole here thinking about it. None of them are people I would call or they call me and they're like, "Hey, you wanna go out for dinner? You wanna, go have a beer, catch a movie, whatever?" No. Are any of them people I would call if, my dog was sick, "Now get over here," or I was really going through something? Would I pick up the phone and call them? No. Do they ever call me when they need something or they're going through it? No. I don't really know why the friendships never evolved into real friendships instead of just the shared hobby acquaintanceship that they are. And it's kind of a reality check for me. Some of the people I consider friends, I guess I have to admit, maybe really aren't friends. Maybe I don't have the number of friends that I thought I did, or I like to create the delusion that I have. And I started thinking, well, what is really a friend, at 50? I'm 60 actually, but over 50, maybe even over 40. How do we even identify friends and do we have any? And I started to come up with, well, I think that they are the people that you would call if you needed something, and people you would call if you wanted to go out and do something. What happened to the days when I was younger and all the time you would call? Now I suppose it's text. Nobody talks anymore. You would at least, I'll say, reach out to a friend. Yo, you want to go out tonight? You want to go have dinner here or there? And you would catch up, go out, maybe have a beer, have some laughs, hang out. It all seems gone nowadays. There's nobody like that anymore. The winters come. I don't see these people that have the shared hobbies with. I have some really current hobbies, I'll say, like pickleball, for example. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm single that I would go play. We'd laugh. We'd have a good time. Walk away, and that's it. It wasn't like people I ever even had their phone number or we hung out other than just play the game and that's it. The game is over. It never got into anything else, and I'm not really sure why that is, except as I'm down this rabbit hole thinking about it, it's a lot harder to make friends, like true friends, once you get a little bit older. I think people are set in their ways. When you're younger, after college years, it's much harder. People start getting involved in their careers and then they're maybe getting married, their friendships and relationships, then they're raising the kids, time's moving on. Things like this happen. And especially if you're single, relationships, the best of friendships, can kind of go separate ways, at least for a while, and then maybe come back. But you get older and it's the same type of thing. People are in different eras and they're wrapped up in their lives. It's not that they don't like you or care, I guess, but they're busy now with their grandkids. Uh, some people I even know now, like, they're getting older and they don't even want to do any of our shared hobbies too much anymore. They're having their own health issues now. I'm 60, I'm pretty healthy. I still want to go out and do stuff. And it's kind of becoming clear that almost like an onion or something, people, your friends and relationships, they can kind of peel away as you get older. And you're left maybe with not too much. If you're lucky, one or two friends, good friends that you would call. I believe I have that, but it also depends. if they've got something going on with their spouses or elderly parents or something, I'm at the bottom of the rung here on the ladder, the last rung on the ladder. It's really weird. So I'm kind of, I guess, coming to this realization that the friends maybe that I thought I had, maybe I really don't. Maybe I have some acquaintances with shared hobbies, and if they're around, they're around. And it's kind of bumming me out. And it got me thinking, well, how do you really meet new friends? And I think the reality is, and I hope I'm wrong, but I'm feeling like that's the reality. Um, it's very, very hard to meet new friends, like real strong friends. That can take a lifetime to build, but unfortunately, what happens is life happens and people get in the different eras. I mean, at my age now, people are moving away. Like I said, they're passing away, they're getting health issues. And more, I find that as opposed to say, my 30s and early 40s, and certainly college and 20s, um, the friendships are really dwindling and very much changing. It's not necessarily that they're bad people or I'm bad people. Um, Something else I thought of was, for sure, relationships, friendships, they are more fragile maybe than we realize, and they take a lot of nurturing, and you've got to put the time into it. And I'm sure there's times when I've been a crappy friend. Maybe I've been depressed for a while or up in my own head and worried about the own stuff going on in my life. And I've said no more than I should have for invitations to go do stuff. Or I've just said, nah, I'm tired, I'm going to pass. And if you do that one too many times too often, the friendships start to, I don't know, fade away, or maybe you've inflicted some damage to them. I think that's possible, and I'm sure I've probably done that because I'm a human. And some of my friends, they've also done that because they've been wrapped up with the own things going on in their life. They've done that, and the friendships have taken some dings over the years, and they're not maybe where they should be. Um, So I'm really feeling like maybe I don't have the friends. Abby, how are you guys feeling? I see in the comments a lot people saying, "Well, I'm alone. I don't have any friends." And gosh, that does sound pretty tough. We all need people to call on and share life with. Although, honestly, so many times in life, when I've truly needed somebody, it's been like a guardian angel, stranger who's been there, never fail. And I am so grateful for that. And I'll say a prayer that that continues, I guess. But trying to make the new friends over 50, maybe even over 40, I don't know. It's really hard because people are dealing with their own things and going in whole new directions. They're moving to different locations. Another thing that goes on, I'm still working. I plan on working for, I hope, a good while long. I enjoy it. I enjoy my paycheck. Everything's going okay. But as friends start to retire, that puts them again in a whole nother era and place than where I'm at. Uh, I'm doing the 8 to 5 thing still, and a lot of them, they're off doing their hobbies and things during the week when I'm at work. So that's yet another division, and it's kind of feeling like, and seeming that throughout life, it's just a bunch of constant change, and you have to put a ton of effort and time and commitment into trying and to build and maintain these friendships. And I guess because of life, a lot of times we do fall short, and uh, the relationships are more fragile than I guess I gave him credit for or realized or something. Anyway, this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like a lot of my friendships are not really friendships, and maybe I'm not in a good place to make new ones. I do have a lot of hobbies and things, but like I said, they just don't seem to turn into like real relationships. My best friend is probably snoring right behind me. I don't know. He's always available, always wants to go for a walk, always wants to listen. Um, yeah, I'm very grateful for him. So let me know how you guys are feeling. I hope you're doing all right. This is not meant to be such a downer, but maybe it is. Let me know how you're feeling. It'll help me, and we'll get through this together. Take care, guys. I hope things are going well for you.